the end of the paved road and the beginning of the sandy road that goes to Goha Hills entrance gate to the Savuti section of Chobe National Park.
Here we go. This is the beginning of the road to Savuti. It doesn't look like too bad. We'll see. Of course, you don't intend to drive that road if you don't deflate your tires. So this is absolutely a must. We'll start with 1.5 and see how it goes. All set, let's go.
Interestingly, I've driven this road twice before, and for some reason I thought that the distance between this point and Goha Hills gate was a lot longer. So I guess that those two times that I drove this road were so bad that my memory played trick of me, making me think that it was a lot longer than it really was. You can see the road is deep sand, and as always in these type of roads, for me the key is momentum. You don't really need to drive very fast, but you need to keep a steady speed. Not all the road is as deep as the beginning. There are sections which are better, some others are really deep. But you don't have to expect to drive really deep sand all the way. Once you get the hang of it and you have the right tire pressure, it's just a matter of not making any mistake and keep the momentum and keep the vehicle going. At this point you have two choices. If you go straight, this road will take you halfway between Goha Hills and Linyanti. And if you want to go straight to Savuti, you have to take the left road, which is narrower, and it says Savuti 46 kilometers. So if you want to go straight to Savuti, the left road is more direct. Driving through the Chobe forest on this road requires special attention because the wildlife here is abundant, and since the road is so narrow and the bush is so close to the road, the animals can appear anytime. This part of the road is worse. It's not only sand, but it's also corrugated and bumpy. Driving here requires all your attention because it looks extremely easy to get stuck here. Yes, this part is quite bad. This is some 30 kilometers into the road since I left the paved road. The road improved a little, but not too much. It is slightly better. And there's an antenna here, a clear sign that we are getting closer to Goha Hills.
This was the first part of the road from the paved road to Goha Hills entrance gate. The road will greet you right away. The first kilometer is deep sand, but after that it's a wide road and it's much better. It is when you take the left road that takes you to Goha Hills that the road gets worse. The first probably 12 kilometers are deep sand, really bad. You don't look for animals and you don't do anything else, just focus on driving. And most of the time you're driving second gear. I don't think you need low range, high range is enough, but you have to focus on what you're doing. After that, like 5 to 7 kilometers, which is slightly better, and it'll take you here. So when you get here, right before you get to Goha Hills, if you take that road, you will go to Linyanti. It is a cut line. It is not the most direct way from Savuti to Linyanti, but it is probably the best road. There's another road that goes from the other gate on the western side of Savuti, but it's a lot worse than this one. So that's the road to Linyanti, and as you can see there, 38 kilometers. So being here, I decided to go to Linyanti and pay a short visit. I was in Linyanti before, but I wanted to see it again before going to Savuti. Linyanti is the northwestern sector of the Chobe National Park, and it is right south of the Linyanti Swamp, which serves as the border between Botswana and Namibia, and separates Linyanti in Botswana from Nkasa Rupara National Park in southeastern Zambezi region in Namibia. If coming from the paved road, you decide not to take the left road that will take you to Goha Hill Gate and take the road to the right to Linyanti, you will end up here. This spot reminds me a lot of the Hunter's Road. It is wide, it is easy to drive, and on both sides you see the same that you see around the Hunter's Road. That after 23 kilometers, most of the road is sand. You can find some parts which are easier, but most of it is sand. Here you have to choose between going too slow and get stuck and going too fast and bounce all over the place. Because if you're driving too slow, chances of getting stuck are high. But if you're driving too fast, you're going to be jumping for at least 10 meters. So you need to choose a right speed in between. Truth be told, my memories on this road were that it was much better. After 35 kilometers, you get to the Linyanti entrance gate. I want to do the procedure here, but there's nobody. Nobody around. Hello? Hello? I don't know. They're gone for good. They're gone for lunch. They're gone to take a nap. I don't know, but there's nobody here. All right, somebody's coming. Seems she was at the campsite. I don't want to talk bad about people, but sometimes when you get to gates, the information that you received is near to zero. I asked if there was another road parallel to the one that I took to come here, because I remember there were two roads, and I just wanted to know if that is true and the condition of that road. And somebody who works here doesn't know if there's another road. Of course, doesn't know about the condition of that second road. And I asked, where can I go for a game drive? And she said, there's not much to see here. Really, you work here and you say there's not much to see here? And I say, what if I go to the riverfront? Ah, yeah, the riverfront is good. Grown antelopes and zebras, but they won't let me get closer. Elephants.
elephants come and go from left to right, because on the right side is the riverfront. One of the things that you will see when you come here for sure are elephants. Another rowan antelope. I didn't expect to see them here, but this is probably like the 7th or 8th that I see already here. And more elephants. That's a big elephant. Oh, it hurt. Oh shit. Looks like a broken leg or something like that. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. And I don't know if get close to him can be a bit pissed off if it's hurting that much. Oh yeah, that looks like a broken leg. The elephant is limping. Gotta go. I don't want the elephant to feel forced to walk if he can walk. Please don't come back to me. Stay there. No, don't walk. Stay there. No. Oh. Wow, another rowan antelope. And it was coming from the riverfront, which is what you can see on the left side. That's the Linyanti Swamp. More rowan antelopes. This is the Linyanti Swamp, and all that swamp all the way to the other side where you can see those trees on the horizon, it's what separates Botswana to the Caprivi region in Namibia, or as it is called now, the Zambezi region. Lots of elephants crossing from one side to the other, and of course some predators too. That's why I'm not really comfortable here, because I know there are lions around. Some elephants here, some elephants there. I went to the Linyanti campsite and I talked to a group of people who were camping there, and I asked about the road that goes straight to Savuti. They told me that they took that road to come from Savuti, and they said that most of the road is good, but once you get to the Sandridge, it gets really bad. The problem is that you drive uphill, and as you lose momentum going up, the deep sand will grab your wheels and you get stuck. They said that one of the cars got stuck there. It was badly stuck, and it took them between 2 and 3 hours to do 9 kilometers. So they said, well, you can do it, but be aware of that. We were lucky because we were 3 cars and we helped each other. But if you're traveling alone and you get stuck, you will probably spend the night there. They also said that you don't come here for the game drives, you come here to enjoy the views, but the game drives here are not that interesting, especially if you're coming from Savuti. It's not really interesting. I drove all the way from the Linyanti gate, following a road along the swamp until I got to the western boundary of the Chobe National Park. I could turn around from there, go back to the Linyanti entrance, go back to Goha Gate, and then drive to Savuti. But then I saw on the map that there was a road from that point that takes you all the way to Mababe, which is the southern gate in the Savuti area. So I decided to give it a try and take that road. This road is the boundary road on the western side of the Chobe National Park. It is a road that will take you all the way to Mababe without going through Savuti, but I have no idea about the condition of this road. What I can tell is that somebody used it because the wheel tracks are not old, but it is a long road. So far it's a combination of easy stretches with deep sand stretches. The first 10 kilometers are drivable. On the other side of the park is this NG15 private concession. As you can see, no camping and no trespassing. Kilometer 15, so far it was very good, but right before the kilometer 15, the first section of very deep sand. Kilometer 24, another stretch of deep sand, and the problem is that the wheel tracks are raised. If you keep driving straight, you will get to Mababe. But I'm going to take this turn off to the left into a road that will take me to Savuti. Looking at the map, it seems that it's going to be around 15 kilometers. And suddenly I arrived to the Sandridge. I knew what was waiting for me, a deep sand steep hill, and there were two possible ways. The one on the left looked better but steeper. The one on the right looked a lot rougher with sand mounds but not as steep, and that was the one that I took. It was time now to shift to low range and apply full power and hope for the best. The last part was very bad. It was very steep and the sand was very deep. There wasn't a clear wheel track to follow, so I felt how the sand was gripping the tires, slowing me down, and I thought I would not be able to make it, but I barely made it to the top. All the way up, I had in my mind what they told me in Linyanti, that I could spend the night here if I was stuck, and the idea of digging sand in a place which is world famous because of their large lion prides was terrifying. This last part before getting to Savuti is getting interesting. Till we get to the main road, and I guess it's like 2 kilometers more like this. Let's take a break. This is where the road that I come from, which is this one, and the road that goes towards Linyanti, the infamous direct road, get together. And on that direction is Savuti. Is this road worse than that one? I have no idea. What I know that this one, all the way from Linyanti, following the road that is the boundary road, it is not bad. You can drive it easily. When you get towards Savuti, the first part can be some parts of sand, but it's not too difficult. But then it gets toward that hill, and that hill was really bad. That hill was low range all the way in, and he was struggling to get to the top. He was struggling. I thought I was coming back. I thought that I was going to get stuck when I was coming down. That is the same that those guys in Linyanti told me, that the worst part of this road is the hill, and it sounds exactly the same of that hill on that road. The rest of this road, I don't know how bad it is. They said it was bad, but this one here, it is also bad. So if you want to take it because you don't want to come back through Goha, you will save approximately 20 kilometers, but you have to be ready for adventure because it's not just another road. I am now in the Savuti sector of the Chobe National Park. For me, the best place in the world to see lions. Alright, CB4, that's my campsite. Shame that the Savuti channel has no water. Well, it didn't have any water since 2018. But you can imagine this Savuti channel with water, it would have been amazing.